Can you wholesale part-time? The short answer is, of course you can. What would stop you? That's one of the benefits of being an entrepreneur, is that you create your own reality and you do things on your time frame by your rules. That being said, because you are part-time, you need to have proper expectations of what those results could actually look like for your wholesaling journey. Now, there's a couple different reasons as to why you would be part-time. One might be that you have a W-2 and you have that job that's holding you back. It's keeping you from having the full-time time available to work on your wholesaling business. The other reason could be a lifestyle choice. Maybe you like to travel. Maybe there's other things that you want to do and you don't care about the vanity metrics and how much revenue and deals you're doing. You just want to have income coming in from wholesaling. And that's what's holding you back from being full-time. Now, that looking at both of those scenarios, it's fine. You can absolutely do wholesaling, and we have many examples of that inside of Titanium University that I'm going to share with you guys. But let's have the proper expectations of what that's going to look like. I now am your competitor. You're going to have to compete against the New Western Acquisitions, the Net Worth Realties, the Keegleys, and all of the other local wholesalers that are doing this full time. You're going to have to compete against their large marketing budgets. These are things that you need to think about and realize that it's not just that you only have 2 hours a day or an hour a day or maybe even a couple of days a week to work on your wholesale operation. You just have to look at the competition and the amount of activity that they're going to have in comparison to your business. So, for example, if I can get 10 dials out in an hour and I'm working 8 hours a day, and I get 80 dials out. But I've also developed skill set because of just the amount of dials, the amount of conversations that I've had over the past decade. Plus, I have a team of people that are also working underneath me. And because of that, we're able to get out hundreds of more dials a week than you will be able to. So understand that when you look at the results that your competitors are able to achieve, you have to realize that it's going to be a lot harder for you to achieve similar types of results, even if you just kind of minimize it down to the time that you're giving. So if you can only do 2 hours a day and I'm able to do 8 hours, that doesn't mean you're able to get 1/4 of the results, because it's 8 hours times how many people I have working for me. Plus, we've developed skill sets. So I need you to look at this a little bit different and set metrics for yourself. This is why I came up with a 0 to $1 million plan using the coupon club, where it's, instead of looking at it as this is how much time I have available, can I get 1/4 of the results of what Titanium can do? Should be, if I get 25 leads, can I get 1 signed contract? Now, moving away from the acquisitions phase, this is where I get more concerned with part-time wholesalers, and you really have to have a game plan on how you're going to sustain the business post getting a contract signed. Transaction coordination. Title companies mainly work from 8 a.m., 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So the communication there can be lagging if you're always responding to emails post-closing for the title company. They're not going to respond to you until the next day. And then dispositions. Are you going to have the bandwidth to be able to communicate with buyers, schedule showings, get walkthroughs in, and actually put in the necessary legwork to even identify cash buyers? This is where being a part of a community where you can actually delegate some of these tasks to other people, say, hey, I locked up this deal. Can you go do dispositions for me? And yeah, maybe you're only going to take 50% of the revenue, but at least you're getting deals across the finish line, and it's moving you closer to that goal that you have for yourself. Now, I said we have many examples of this inside of Titanium University, and I'll speak about a couple of them. One of them being Danielle Ellsworth. She was a guest on the Titanium Vault. I interviewed her live on a Tuesday live at 2:22, and she's a full-time worker, high-stress job, right? She is in charge of hundreds of people in her organization. And she has been successfully wholesaling for the past year since joining Titanium University part-time. Another example of this is Joshua English in New Jersey. He's at a job where he's slowly been able to work less and less because of the success that he's had inside of his wholesaling business. Now he's saying he's going to quit that job very soon and go full time. And I'm looking forward to that. But this has been a process where as he started getting results in his wholesaling business, he slowly weaned himself off of that W-2. Matt Doble, I used him as an example the other day on the video Titanium University is more than contracts and closings. He gave a testimonial on there. He's a full-time firefighter. He has been able to successfully wholesale part-time, but he delegated some of those tasks out like dispositions to other TU members and developed a partnership and a friendship inside of the community to where his business is still running, even though he has another career. Now, I'm about to share a testimonial from Hyro, who came in September to Titanium University, had a job, started part-time, and the results were good. They weren't what they could be. And that's what led to him quitting that job. Because you'll see he made $40,000 during his early days inside of Titanium University, but that W-2 was holding him back. And now that he's been able to quit that job, he's been able to blow up those results. So let's check out what Hyro has to say about working both part-time and now full-time.
Hello guys, my name is Hyro Rodriguez, and I'm making this video today to talk about my progress in my wholesale business and where I started and where I am now. I started wholesaling a year ago in March. I closed my first deal a month in, JV'd it, made $6,000, but it was the biggest mess in the world. Then the next month, I proceeded to lock up 6 deals for $80K, and every single deal except for one fell through. Don't join Titanium thinking it's gonna close a deal for you. You have to put in the work and you have to take it serious. But they have the tools, the community, the guidance, and everything you need to be successful. As long as you come into this with a mindset that this is gonna work for you, and whatever you learned from back then, or whatever you learned from this point before, throw it out the window and forget about it. So September, I joined Titanium. That month, they were doing a challenge, and I actually didn't close anything. I'll just be honest. There's a lot going on in my life. I still have my 9 to 5. I just didn't have the time to call, didn't have the resources to call, and I was a little bit shy. Not shy, but I just didn't put myself out there. Going into October, November, I got more comfortable. I set new goals, and I started seeing progress. I watched the modules. I studied a lot. I didn't just go into Titanium expecting results, but joining the implementation calls every day, studying the modules, doing the business, actually doing the business, and then going back to the modules was game changer for me. From October to December, I closed 6 deals. Didn't make much. I mean, I made a lot. I think I made $40,000 in total of 6 deals. I JV'd almost all my deals except for one. $40,000 is a lot in 4 months, so I'm not gonna say it's not a lot, but where I am now, it is a whole different ball game. But the $40,000 gave me the confidence to quit my job. So starting January 3rd, I became a full-time wholesaler. I knew that I have the community, I have the right mentor between RJ, Cassie, and Nick. I have the right people in front of me, and now I have the mentality, because this community and this Titanium gave me the mindset that I didn't have before. I always was a go-getter. I came from struggle. I don't like talking about it much, but at the end of the day, you cannot make excuses. It don't matter where you come from. Like, to get result, you gotta get it done. So I live by a motto: suck less, get better. It is what it is. Like, everybody goes through stuff. Everybody has their own journey. You just gotta make it happen.
Listen, guys, at the end of the day, our saying here at Titanium is create your own reality, whatever that looks like. My reality of wanting to be a full-time wholesaler and do volume and been doing thousands of deals over the past decade might not be the reality that you want. And quite frankly, I wouldn't blame you. That's the benefit of being an entrepreneur and utilizing this industry. You can go do this part-time. You just need to have the proper expectations and know that it's going to be difficult to run a multiple seven-figure operation part-time, but you can get to the point where you can delegate things out to other people. Maybe you decide that you want to come in and join a community like Titanium University and fund using your W-2, your wholesale operation, and leverage some of the other members that might not have the same operating capital that you do. Maybe that does lead to you running a multiple seven-figure wholesaling operation. I don't know. The facts are, it's up to you to create that reality. Can you do it? Absolutely. I just want to make sure that you have the proper expectations going into it. It takes time to develop skill sets and to understand how to develop processes around the systems that you're using. Time is a valuable asset as an entrepreneur. And when you're part-time, that also means more often than not, your results are going to be partially what they could be. So have the proper expectations, put together a plan, and create that reality that you want. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I always appreciate them. That's how topics like today's video come about, because I get asked all the time, RJ, can I wholesale part-time? So I answer it with this video today. Of course you can. Let me know what you guys think. Appreciate you guys. See you tomorrow.